Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, CJ. It's just us today for our Humanity Hub stream, and also I have an echo, so I must have the stream open somewhere. But how are you doing, CJ?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. And as soon as I get the voice out of my head right now.
Yeah, I hear that echo too.
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream. That's all right.
But we do have a nice new scene here for us, so you can see our faces. We got a fresh, we got the wilderness going today. And a nice red background here with our.
I love this background.
Yep.
This is one of my favorites for any user-created stages. I love this background.
Also, I guess I didn't leave you a memo, but you had to wear red for this background today. But,
oh, yeah.
Sorry. That's also
didn't get that memo.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, so I guess we can get started today. I guess we have a lot we want to cover. So we're going to kind of start off our stream here with some good old story mode, which we never really get to cover. And we also left off a few weeks ago. We went through the prologue and sequence 1, so we figured we might as well take it from there. Let's start with sequence 2, talk about it, our thoughts on each level, and maybe afterwards we can maybe find some new story mode remixes and see if there's anything worth playing from sequence 2 or just story mode in general.
That's a good idea. Yeah, a lot of great stuff in user stages. Hopefully everybody out there in the community is playing those stages, but we know that a lot of folks are also still playing the story mode, so it's important for us to kind of continue on that journey that we started not too terribly long ago. Play some more story mode stages. So we were in sequence 2 last time, right? I think we did play some of these.
Yeah, I don't know how far we got.
We stopped at Notch in the Belt is where we stopped, so we'll start up from there.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll do Dropbox, which is sort of a continuation of our conveyor belt stages here in sequence 2. This one has a little bit of a twist, though.
Yeah, this stage, it almost sounds mean when I say this, which I don't mean it this way. It feels less elegant than the other stages, I think. How do I put it?
It can be a bit messier.
Yes, yeah.
Depending on your solve, it can be a very messy solve, or it can be a clean solve.
Yeah, there's multiple ways I've seen people do this stage. It's a little less straightforward, kind of more open, I guess, into your options.
True. Yeah, because unlike a lot of the stages, the human switch here actually stops the conveyor belts from moving. So normally when you have a people switch, it starts something up. But this is an example in the story mode of it actually stopping movement, and that's important because if you want both of the goldies in this stage, and actually if you want to solve this stage at all, you have to have this pushable block that's here. This pushable block goes right here and is kind of the bridge to the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to stop the conveyor belts and then somehow get this pushable block onto the conveyor belt down here, and then start the conveyor belt back up and have it go to its normal spot. So a little bit tricky, some tricky timing here in this stage.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, the switch turns off the belts. That should allow us to, of course, we want to collect all the goldies.
Naturally,
yeah,
yes.
Well, first off, I think we need I believe this goldie on the top of the block is pretty much mandatory because you're going to have to get on top of that block anyways. Oh, I guess not, unless you get on top at this point too, yeah. That is the secure way of doing it. To my point earlier, I probably would have just let it go to the section or where the block lands, and I guess you could pick it up there as well.
Yeah. If you want to kind of safeguard things, you'll place some directions on the conveyor belt. When the conveyor belts are stopped, you can place commands on top of them.
Yeah, safeguards are a good idea, especially I'm not one that uses them too often. I try to like rush through a level, and then I regret not taking my time when I make some silly decision.
Yeah. Then we have to get these people off this human switch, so I'll just remove that command right there and have them walk. Now, one of the important things is switching this command once people are off that button, because once this pushable block moves into place, we're going to want the humans to jump over to that goal.
Right. Ooh, there goes a lot of humans.
That's a lot of humans. Yeah, I hope I didn't lose any Goldie. Oh, there we go.
Nicely timed. Goldies are right there with you. And I believe that should do it here.
Believe that should. It is one of the trickier stages in story mode, though.
Yeah, it is forked off, right? So it's like one of the optional stages, depending on how many goldies you collect. Because at the end of each sequence, you needed a certain amount of goldies to unlock the final stage, right? So
that's true. Yeah.
Sometimes a few of these may feel necessary if you didn't collect like a difficult goldie on the main linear path.
Yeah, come to think of it, I think we did Fairy Tale on the last stream, so I'll go back out.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's do Breeze Through.
Fairy Tale has seen a lot of love and time from us, I believe. So.
Indeed. Breeze Through.
Now this stage we do have a remix on user.
We do have a remix of this stage, yeah.
I want to say it was Texum, but I might be wrong. It was Dispro, okay. Dispro also being a top speedrunner. So welcome in, Knighting, by the way.
Indeed.
Playing through some sequence 2. Knighting, when's the last time you played some story mode? Knowing you are the top dog. Have you ever considered speedrunning? I feel like we probably asked you this before, but... just curious. Probably when the remixes were around. Yeah, I feel like we should definitely feature that tag again and see...
story mode remixes?
Yeah, those are some of my favorites to play. And I assume we have some new stages under that tag since we last streamed that playlist. But
well, right now the tag is not available in the game.
Got it. Okay.
But I agree, we should maybe bring back a playlist based on that.
Story Mode Remix Volume 2.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Especially with, we have Machines added, right? Did we have the Story Mode Remix playlist during Machines? I don't think so.
At the very end, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
there have been a couple that have remixed some of the machine stages, but
there's still plenty that can be remixed, in my opinion.
There are.
Yeah.
Yeah. The top area of this stage is actually kind of tricky. This is, I think, the first stage where we see pushable fan blocks. And these are going to blow the people all over the stage. And these are kind of positioned so that if you don't move them, they'll blow the humans off the stage and probably the Goldie as well. And then we won't get both Goldie. So, but one of the tricks here is that if fans are blowing across from each other, sort of at each other, the humans will walk in the middle, in between them.
Yeah, and that's going to be
able to sort of pick a direction.
Yeah, that will be necessary for the Goldie, I believe, because I think the developers place those trees at the end, because you can only push the fan block so far, right? But yeah, to collect this Goldie, you are going to have to cancel out the wind, I suppose. Use your physics knowledge.
That's right. Oh, wasn't able to save that one.
Yeah, and right now I have the random skin enabled, so all my unlocks, you never know what you're going to get, which can be fun.
True. Now in Humanity, if you finish a level before all the Goldies have walked in, they're still walking, just like this Goldie just collected itself. As long as you don't advance past this screen, you'll get both Goldie.
Yeah, fortunately, I feel like people have figured that out pretty. I feel like because they're like, oh, am I going to get this Goldie? And they do wait, right? Because everyone wants a Goldie. So I am glad that kind of was conveyed. Not too many people will like skip that. At least
they figured it out.
Yeah.
On their own in their. No.
Yeah. Because I don't think it's explained too well in the game, but people do kind of pick up on that just because they want the Goldie so much.
Yeah. It's Goldie doing its job as a bonus collectible.
Yeah.
All right, this stage, a very large stage here called Fan Out. This is going to test our knowledge of how fans work in the game. Got a lot of pushable fans. Here are some conveyor belts. What happens when you mix fans and conveyor belts? That's really kind of the drive of this stage in particular. I'm going to start over here on the right side, and we'll start pushing this pushable fan.
And yeah,
actually, just to show, you can't push a pushable block if there is a thicket or grass block next to it.
So there's only one way it looks like we can push our fan block towards the concrete or whatever it's called. We have multiple forms of rock in Humanity. Striped granite, possibly, who knows?
Yeah.
But yes, this stage was, of course, me and CJ have played the story mode stages plenty of times, but I believe this was one of my favorite stages in Sequence 2 on my first playthrough. It's kind of massive, multi-layered, and it does teach you some new ideas with the fan blocks, and yeah, like how we see here, how it's mixed with the conveyors to kind of progress through the stage, which was super cool.
Right, and one of the tricks here is redirecting the people on this square so they don't accidentally push this pushable fan off into oblivion. But once they're here, we can just route them over this people switch and find out what that does.
Can't remember if we had a remix of this stage.
I don't think so. I don't think we have. I wonder if you could. I think you can remix this stage. I think there's.
It's pretty big, but
It's big, but there aren't too many pushable blocks.
Yeah, I think it's doable.
Although I wonder if the conveyor, if you can lay this many conveyor tiles down. Yeah, the conveyor cap might prevent you from doing that. All right, now that we've got that right side figured out, we'll work on the left side. This side here introduces a little bit more complexity to the whole thing because we have two pushable fans, and we want to get them in this middle area here. But if we leave them on the sides that they're on currently, they will blow towards each other, and the people will just go down this middle area and be let off the edge. So, what do we think we have to do here?
Yeah, you need to be careful on this one, or else your pushable blocks can get lost into the. I think they can fall off the edge if you don't pick the correct path.
That's true. And actually, maybe in preparation for that, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and lay down some commands here for the people to at least not push the pushable fans off of these last blocks in this area.
Yeah, that's a great idea to save, having to retry, is to kind of just map out where you're going to push your blocks and where you want to stop, because if those commands weren't in place, you would keep pushing the block, and it looks like, given the conveyor belt's direction, it would fall off the stage with the humans.
It would fall off. Yeah. All right, but what I think we need to do is get each of these fans in position so that they're blowing outwards, so that the people catch this sort of outer layer of conveyor belt and are brought around here to get to this people switch. Let's see if that will work.
Oh, this isn't. I feel like I didn't do it this way. I guess there are multiple ways you can push these blocks into the position.
There are multiple ways, certainly, to solve this puzzle.
I like this approach, though. Okay, so it looks like the blocks are in place, and the humans should get pushed out to the right so they can reach that conveyor belt that pushes them forward towards the goal.
Yeah, they got pushed in the correct direction by these fans. So it looks like we're good to press this people switch and then maybe get the rest of this bridge in the center built.
Right. With our striped alien humans, I suppose.
Yeah.
This Goldie, pretty self-explanatory. I think the other two are not too difficult. Looks like you just need to go up the...
The other two, yeah, they sort of auto-collect as people get up here, because the conveyor belts are moving. You can't place any commands there. This is always a satisfying finish.
Also, the large goal. You know what? I feel like I don't see too many 3x3 goals in our community stages, now that I think about it.
That's true, yeah.
Something about the 3x3 that can be satisfying.
3x3 with like multiple paths of people activating it is always nice.
I'd like to see this is a challenge to any stage creator out there. I would like to see a community level where you have the 3x3 and you need max flow on every side of the goal going into it, if that's possible.
I think that is possible. I think you can do that. Yeah. I think now we have boss stage, our first boss stage of streaming the story mode here, the blue core.
Yeah, I think we held off on streaming bosses for a long time just because we wanted everyone to experience it for the first time.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's been a while. It's been how many months since launch? So, spoiler alert. Although this is still pretty early on in the story mode, so it's not too far along. But, yes, the Blue Core. I love this stage. It kind of introduces multi-layered puzzles, and each puzzle is very unique on this stage.
Definitely, and this is another stage that went through a lot of iteration during development. It wasn't always for puzzles like this, but I think it turned out great.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the 4 puzzles kind of all test what you learned in this the first couple sequences here. So we have a pushing block puzzle. We have a conveyor belt puzzle. We have one where we're dealing with fans and people switches, and then one that's like a command puzzle where there are a lot of pre-placed commands. Wow, I really can't make this jump. And you have to sort of fill in the blanks on the people's route to get them across this area, and then to smash one of the orbs that's down there. So this pushable block will be pushed and smash the orb down there. Let's start here. Let's start in with directing people. This is a very non-traditional way to start the Blue Core.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite ones on here too.
I agree. I really like this one. I like these people flow puzzles. There's another one later in the campaign that's kind of similar that involves water and pre-placed commands.
I wonder if we could remix Blue Core without. Obviously, we're not going to be able to replicate the boss element or the core itself, but I feel like these puzzles could be replicated.
Certainly, yeah. Each one of these puzzles, you might not be able to do them all on the same stage. Maybe you could. Not sure exactly. But yeah, we have like different options here.
Mm-hmm.
Pathing the people.
I think there's definitely more than one way to do this as well. I've seen.
Is there?
I'm pretty sure.
This is the only way I've ever done it, so I don't know if there are
maybe not.
ways.
I feel like I've seen somebody solve it in a weird way.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Yeah. Yeah, this is my normal solve on this one.
Oh, you might be right.
And the people push the block and crack the blue sphere. One down.
Oh, and
I like this idea, and we've seen this in a lot of user stages too, where there are multiple puzzles and you have to solve one to get to the next one.
Yeah.
That's kind
totally
of what
agree.
this one is doing.
Yeah, I guess the difference here is like this is like linear with the story mode, right? Where, like you mentioned, it teaches you all the mechanics you learned already. Where you don't really get that so much in user stages, but we've definitely seen a lot of user stages that test you in multiple ways or are multi-layered, right? Like Escape the Pyramid, we always go to, or You'll Miss Me used to make a lot of levels like that.
That's true.
Who I do miss, by the way. I do miss them.
Here's a people switch level. You would kind of think, oh, I need to put people on each one of these switches, but in actuality, you actually want them not to be on every single one in this case. You only want them to be on these two.
And noting that 8 Pillars was one that needed a lot of flow like that. I don't know if I've played 8 Pillars just yet, or if you're familiar with CJ. But
that does not ring a bell.
I'll have to check it out.
8 Pillars.
Not if you share that in the Discord, I'll check it out.
In the share stage, yeah. All right, that's 2 orbs down. I'm gonna save this one for last, I think. Let's go.
I think that's risky because that one. I feel like, can you mess that one up? I feel like you could.
You can mess up the first one or the conveyor belt puzzle.
I was thinking the first one. Actually, no. I guess they're the blocks are attached. I'm sorry. So, I guess
they
you
are attached. Yeah.
Move them back if you need.
If they weren't, you could definitely mess it up. Let's go conveyor belt. This conveyor belt puzzle is fun, if only because once you have these pushable blocks in position, and they fill in this area here, your people get pathed to like different areas of the stage here.
Yeah, I like the trees on top of the pushable blocks. Yeah. Kind of makes it look like a seed. But of course, with that being done, you can't place turn commands on those blocks. So yeah, you have to walk through them.
That's right. You have to walk through them. You know what that reminds me of? Regrow from from Joe of the bonus points. Yeah, you can only walk through blocks that have a tree on them, like this. If there was a block here that people could walk through, they could walk all the way down to here. I'll go ahead and place some commands for when we eventually get them to do that. Let's see.
So with conveyor mazes, we're gonna have to map out how exactly do we get to that next pushable block, right?
Yeah. Let's run some people through. Oh wait, what's happening here? On this side, I guess we have to go all the way out. Okay. Map this out. These people go through there and around to here. Okay, that's good. Then we can push this pushable block into that center stage, and they're gonna crush a lot of people.
Oh no.
We're waiting in there, but oops.
They are fertilizer for the seed that was planted.
You gotta break a few eggs here.
But yes, the bonus points podcast, or the bonus points community stream last week was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think we're planning some more guest streams in the future as well. It's going to be less of me and CJ and more featured streams moving forward.
That's true.
If you guys are bored of us.
Guests playing with us, and I think that's going to be super fun. Yeah, and next week we may not even be playing Humanity on this stream. What?
Oh, that's right. Right. I am pretty excited for next week.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We're doing a little stream exchange, you might say.
I will say it's not res, but
not res.
It's still going to be a Humanity Hub stream, but we're not playing Humanity, which
no, that's right. Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily make sense.
Doesn't make sense to you now if you're listening to this, but it will make sense hopefully coming up. Third orb destroyed. All right, now I can go to the easier level. I like a good conveyor belt level though. Those are fun. We should do a creator workshop on conveyor belt levels.
Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, the tag already exists, right? But we should make it a focus of workshop.
Yeah.
It can be tricky to make a really good conveyor level, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah. It's a definite challenge. All right. This first puzzle can be tricky if you don't realize that you can like push a block that's over a pit. Like if you want a pushable block to go to the other side of a pit, you can make it do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fortunately we have enough thicket, like you mentioned earlier, you can't push the blocks through the thicket, so it's forgiving, I suppose, if you need to learn it the hard way.
It is. Yeah, yeah. All right. Now we have built a little path here. A little path up. We can have the people go to the side and up. Last orb. Here comes the boom. Boom. Final orb was destroyed. Our work here is done. We were but the first to instruct you. The trials may now proceed. You have our thanks. All right.
Nicely done, CJ.
Yes, I feel good about that.
I'm going to take over for just a moment.
Okay.
I was trying to share something on Discord, and then it was on mobile, so it wasn't working very well. But
gotcha.
it's going to let people know that we are live.
Indeed.
Okay.
Welcome on in. If you're new, if maybe you're watching the VOD of this, we're playing through some story mode in Humanity.
Mm-hmm. And the first boss is down, and we're gonna beat the other boss. Or no, I guess we're not actually. Unfortunately, I've already completed everything in story mode, so no cutscenes for you. Spoiler free in that regard.
That's true. Yeah. What's this? Sequence 3. Let's see. Place of fate, yada yada. Cut to the chase. In these trials, I'll hold time still and wait for your signal. Plan ahead and set a path to guide the people to the light. Just remember, once time starts moving, there's no altering that path. Because, that's fate and all. All right. What's this? The start switch will set time in motion. Once activated, the dog will disappear and no further commands can be placed. Alright, so sequence 3, introducing the start switch, which is without a doubt my favorite mechanic in Humanity. I love the start switch. I wanted all stages to be start switch stages. I'd be very happy.
Yeah, to your point, is like the classic. This feels like a classic puzzle mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Reminds me of some other puzzle games, and it really makes you have to think forward, and really think about your placements, because you can't like quick swap commands, for example, right? This stage would be really trivial if there was no start switch.
True. Yeah. Let's see. The people are moving out of the doors this direction. So, and we need to get 4 streams going to the 4 goals. So, I'm going to place a command to get these people walking towards this one. Place another command, and the Goldie are nicely sort of placed on the outside edges here, so it's going to require me to go all the way down for this Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think that's that side sorted out. Let's sort out this side. These people are moving in this direction. We'll get that stream going there. This stream going over the start switch and grabbing this last Goldie. Here, I think that's it.
Which, by the way, we calculated how much a Goldie was worth on the last stream. I believe they're to scale, a Goldie to scale would be around 6.7 million, according to the bonus points. I was a little bit off on my guess, but no one needs to know that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's an expensive Goldie, so you want to collect them as often as possible. In the previous streams, we did a couple. So in the wall, I don't think I ever personally got all the Goldies in that stage before the stream that we did. Where I played
Oh, really?
wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the harder Goldies, actually, at least in the early game.
It is for
Animated,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that one, it's there and kind of taunting you, right? Like you don't need it. It's not required, because to unlock the last stage in that sequence, you only need, I don't know, 10 or 12 Goldie. You don't need that stage.
Yeah.
To have both Goldie.
That Goldie is the first test of, are you really a true completionist, or are you going to come back to that later?
I think that's true.
How stubborn are you?
That is very true. Yes. I love just sitting back and watching this stage, and a lot of the start switch stages in particular, just because it's so nice to just kind of take a moment and see all the people moving like that.
Agreed. That stage was nice and compact too. You can kind of get up and close there.
Yeah. Ups and downs. This one getting a little trickier here, but we have a new command. Okay, new power time. Branch will set the people on diverging paths. Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. My first time playing this, I was very happy to see there was a branch command. This kind of opens up like a lot of different ideas within humanity. As someone that enjoys programming as well, seeing a branch gets me a little giddy inside, I suppose.
Yeah, totally. I think we're going to use our first branch command right here and get a people flow down here to grab this Goldie.
You know, I haven't played this stage in forever. I'm thinking about it.
There is a remix of this stage that actually quite difficult.
I think of the last stage as well. So if you already played through these stages and want to test yourself on maybe a trickier version of that stage, definitely give user stages a go. And there are plenty of stages that are kind of reboots or remixes, whatever you want to call it, of these story mode stages. So.
That's right. All right, let's see what we can do with this flow of people. Have them similarly branch to grab this Goldie. I think we got it. Maybe. This is a level I often screw up on. Usually it's I forget the rightmost path of people. I forget this turn command right here.
Oh, right.
Always.
Well, to your point, there are a lot of commands to be placed on this stage, even though it's not, I would argue, it's not as tricky to solve as some other start switch stages, but it looks like we might be missing.
Yeah. Did we miss one?
I think
we did miss
split
one.
Command there, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll go ahead and retry keep commands.
Right. Well, especially on start switch stages, that retry keep commands is
so
going to be very handy. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And now I think we got it. Let's find out. Walking down there. Down here. Branch command working very well.
Yeah, as long as you have enough flow inside of each goal, we should be good here. And we do.
Are. All right.
Another stage.
Well,
all of the story mode stages that the devs have put together are very nice to look at following completion, in my opinion.
Yeah. This one is especially nice. Should we hop into user stages now? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess I have been talking about user stages a lot, so we can give it a go. We also have some custom playlists right now I think we can kind of discuss. Like we have a full sequence currently from one of our users, which is pretty cool.
That's true.
And yeah, I believe we just had a refresh yesterday as well on Stages We Love. As well as our daily 5. We got plenty of new stages for everybody to play.
It's true. Stages We Love has a Plinko board. Project X is kind of, it seems like maybe a Twitter. A statement about Twitter here with the bird, potentially.
That's deep.
We have a nice water level here, an aquarium, a sort of aesthetically pleasing swimming stage.
I did see Son of Birds, and I want to try that out.
Son of Birds. Yeah, this one, another beautiful stage from Coach OT, a creator that does just amazing work in level design. Always very artful. Usually a great puzzle as well.
Ooh, that
another
cool.
Sort of tower stage here. This one is quite difficult.
I believe we had a. I don't know if we went live with it yet, but we do have a claustrophobia playlist or something like that. As a daily 5, possibly in the future if we haven't uploaded it already. But,
we did upload that one already.
Oh, okay.
That one has been in there. Yeah, but as you mentioned, one of our creators, Undead Slade, has been creating like this sort of mini story campaign within humanity. So all 8 of their current stages are in a playlist here in user stages. People should check that out. Maybe we'll jump into the first chapter here just to kind of show you what is going on. They all have an escape theme, like that's the overarching story of these stages.
Yeah, they kind of lead into each other in terms of lore, I suppose. Although it's entirely subjective and up to you because there is no text. There's part of the fun of like playing through humanity stages, right? Just trying to like.
It's true.
You can kind of build your own idea of what's happening. Just like I do this with music, right? Like if I'm listening to classical music, like try to create some kind of visual soundscape. You can do that with humanity stages, I feel like.
It's true. Can you have this kind of big castle area here? Oops. And we have to place this person here. They open the door to this kind of big fortress. So I have to leave that person on the button, swim back, find out what's inside the fortress.
Yeah, I don't think I have played this. I have not completed it yet. I don't know if it was due to the 10-minute timer that we have had on previous streams, or if it was, I feel like it probably was that.
I'm not sure. Did we do this one on the stream?
Maybe it was just on my free time, actually. I believe the chapter 2 we played on stream, and that was a 10-minute timer issue.
Yeah, Yeah, but all these stages are kind of just really nicely designed. Like, I really love the care that's gone into designing all of the environments in this setup, and they're really huge levels. Like, a lot of traversal going on here.
Yeah, these levels could definitely fit in the new creator workshop, the massive tag that we went live with.
Yep.
Kind of to be the opposing tag to our compact tag, because we have a lot of creators that like to make massive stages like this, right? So
We do, and a lot of players who like to play those massive stages.
Yeah, I would say Torque Stomp has made some stages that I would consider massive, at least from our community creators, with like Blitzkrieg and stuff like that.
All right, now we have opened the prison doors. This is kind of a prison escape aesthetic here. So now all of these doors up top are open, top and bottom on both sides, so we can get the people out of here. The trick, of course, is that there are others sort of hovering around watching, and we need to not trigger them.
Fortunately, they're like stormtroopers right now and pretty oblivious to what's happening around them.
They are, yeah. One of the tricks is once we get up onto the second level, there are drones that are moving, that have the cone of vision that will make it a lot more challenging to pick people up, because they can shoot their lasers and defeat the people that I'm trying to lead to safety.
Like
this one, has...
Yeah.
What's that?
No, I like the use of the turret right here with the slow moving as well. Very slow moving. Usually people don't set it to that slowest oscillation speed.
That's true. Yeah. It's a good design choice. Collect up these people, but also I have to make sure that I don't get in the cone of vision of this turret. Make use of the fast forward function. There we go. Okay. Now the trick is I have to get 20 people up to this button.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave no prisoner behind.
Leave no prisoner behind. Of course, and we have that laser right there kind of cutting me off from that top level of people currently.
Yeah, maximum security on that floor.
Is absolutely maximum security.
Although for maximum security prison, it looks like they left a gun command there for us to use. So maybe not so, maybe a little careless.
Possibly. Possibly a little careless. Gotta wait for that turret to turn away. Oh shoot.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Yeah, that's another thing. These stages are not very forgiving. Just like this.
Prison Escape is no joke.
Prison Escape, yeah. I was not able to have 20 people go up. But this will give you a little bit of an idea. You sort of go through and open up this door here.
Oh, that's cool. It's kind of creating a bridge.
Creates a bridge, yeah. And then you bring these people to freedom. Now, at this point, I would have they would be armed, so they'd be able to shoot the others that are here, and sort of get past these others that have the batons over there. But you kind of get the idea, and then you get on this ship, this sort of sea-bound vessel to go to the next stage. It's very, very cool. And a lot of the levels that Undead Slate has done are like that, and are very just nicely detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a cavern. Like, look at this stage. Look at the thumbnail there. It's just
cool.
So handcrafted and just nicely done. So hopefully people will play more of these stages now that they're kind of all in a playlist together.
Yeah, and I hope Undead Slate continues the story. We still got some unused themes, right? when are they going to crash land into a desert? So
That's right.
Maybe for chapter 9.
Well, they did say on Discord that they're planning to do 10 total chapters in this sort of mini story. So
Cool.
We're only at chapter 8, so I guess we'll see what happens with the next 2 stages. But I really like this idea of putting together sort of a thematic sort of mini story within user stages.
Definitely, and that takes a lot of work. Like, you can see
it does.
how much time they put into it, and we obviously respect it and decided to feature
Completely.
it. So.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what this creator up here is doing with an altered beginning, because this stage is sort of a take on the very first stage in Humanity, but they have kind of these floating islands around that don't have anything to do with the puzzle itself or the flow of people itself. This is just like, if this person was designing the game, what would their first stage be? And I thought this was really interesting. Just a very aesthetically pleasing stage. You have this island over here where there are just people walking around.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over there.
I like that.
And yeah, just kind of like watching, kind of chilling out. This one uses the big goal. Said he didn't see very many using the 3x3. This one uses it.
No, I like this approach. Like, it's a more, it feels welcoming, right? This stage is, I feel like the Humanity story kind of starts off on a darker stage tone, right? Where this is like, we're all in the clouds having fun.
We're all in the clouds having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and just like the first stage of the campaign in Humanity, you only have to place 2 commands to get to the goal.
Yeah, simple, but they
Very
still
nice
took the time to make it look great and had fun with it, right?
Yeah.
And that's definitely something I suggest for creators, is to, even if you have a simple puzzle, like, there's a lot of ways you can visually make it appealing or have fun outside of it, or add like Goldie challenges, stuff like that.
Completely.
Like on the last start switch stage I created, I didn't end up using too much space, so I made these others rain clouds, right? So I made like multiple clouds of others falling from the skies to utilize the rest of the space and make it look a little more visually appealing. Make use of that 100% data space. Decorating is fun.
Definitely.
I agree. Zankoth, welcome in.
Zankoth, yeah, welcome on in. Play the invasion real quick.
Sure.
Because I like what this stage is doing. This is not a difficult stage, but I think the castle aesthetic works so well in user-made stages. We've had quite a few. I think there's a Daily 5 playlist coming up soon that uses the castle aesthetic, because there are enough stages in the game to support that. But Invasion is a castle aesthetic, and then in the game itself, we have the stage much later in the campaign called Rampart that uses that same kind of look and feel. This also kind of using the dog switch as a way of doling out humans, in this case, that have both batons and guns, because there are 2 human gates, one above the other. And whenever I leave this button, the flow stops, so I can only sort of get as many people as I stand on there. All right, and then this is one of those stages where the people can freak out when they're climbing walls to follow you.
Oh, that corner
so you'll
wall.
See kind of like them flipping out. But I have to get like 10 people up to this top area.
That's funny. I would assume that's intentional by the creator to make it goofy, because if it's
think
on the
it
corner
is.
like that,
Yeah, it's on the corner like that, but they also have some sort of safeguards here as well that make it a little bit easier to get enough people up so that you can push this block. This is another thing, like pushing a block off of a switch in order to activate something.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, it activated a bit of a path down below.
Yeah, inverse switches, like we saw from Dropbox earlier.
Sacrifice the people.
Looks like we have infinite reinforcements. I love the reinforcement switches like this, especially that were used in. People have got creative with that idea for strategy kind of levels, or like real-time strategy, tower defense levels, and I believe, was it Clunky or Torque Stomp? I want to say Clunky made a real-time strategy map. Like, think of it like your old school Warcraft or StarCraft RTS. It was super cool.
Yeah, that was a super awesome stage. If that doesn't have the massive tag on it, it should. Because that stage was very, very cool looking. Okay, now bit of a trick here.
Oh, I see. You have mixed sword and
you have
gun reinforcements.
Mixed, yeah, sword and gun. So, I think what I'll do is place some people there. And then bring some more folks. Do some reinforcement action here. I'll kind of leave that gun line of people with guns to take care of that.
Zankoth, have you been creating any levels or playing any good user stages lately? I think that's a new name in our in our chat.
Okay, now we've got that first line of others dealt with. We can go ahead and start sort of patrolling the outer edges here and
Vampire Survivors mode.
Doing a little Vampire Survivors action on these guys, yeah. There we go. I don't think... Was there a button over there? No. These people up. Go over here. Yeah, you can see down below, these also have reverse switches where there's others standing on those switches, activating them, keeping them active.
So where is
this
the goal?
one? Not
it's
a
like
very...
inside. I think it was inside
What's that?
that. I was wondering where the goal was. Oh, okay, it's right in the middle there.
Goal in the middle, yeah, but those... It's blocked off by... some of the switches down here will remove these blocks that are blocking the path.
Ah, I see, okay.
Yeah.
As you can see in the free look there.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a Goldie goal as well. Looks like we might uncover that.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Zankoth is Flim in the Discord and Acid Eye in game.
Oh, all right. All right. Awesome.
Been making some, mostly exploring stage creator. Oh, you've played a few. I gotcha.
I have seen the name Acid Eye in user stages a few times already.
Yeah, but glad to have you. Hopefully, one thing, especially if you do enjoy stage creator as much as you do, I think there's a lot to learn from the other creators to expedite, your stage creation process, right? So it can be worth checking out some of their user stages, and if they're sharing their stages in Discord. I've learned a lot by playing like our active stage creator stages, and it gives you a lot of ideas for when you want to create a new stage to build off their ideas or innovate forward in humanity stage creation.
Yeah. All right, what do we got here? Oh, a lot of Goldie.
Ding, ding, ding. It's
a Goldie goal.
So what would that be? $26.8 million right there.
That's right.
I only see Goldies as money now.
You've changed, Austin.
Yeah.
Changed. Now you're all about the Goldie money. Oh! There we go. And there we go.
I hope to see some stage creation focus streams and pick up tips and pointers. Yeah, we've had a few featured only stage creator streams. It might be time. It might be due time for another one to, especially with to toy around with machines, or maybe one of our new creator workshops. We can do that.
Yeah.
I think if we relaunch the story mode remix, that would be a good time to do that.
That would be really fun. Yeah. All right. Let's see. And then want to call out, last week we had the stream with Joe and Ollie from the bonus points.
Yeah.
We still have the playlist up that's covering all the stages that those guys have made. Plus the bonus coins, the coin pusher stage that you made during the stream, Austin, with prompts from Ollie and Joe.
Yeah, that was fun. I think we have a few other coin pusher stages in our user stage library, but I think I came up with a unique idea here with the help of everyone else on the broadcast with me. Of course, I made it look a little fancier following the stream with the text and lasers and stuff. Yeah,
I like that. That's great.
Also, I guess I introduced the Goldie goals instead of the number goals. The number goals kind of took a while, so.
Okay.
And it looks shiny,
good.
And Caesar's Palace. I think Ollie mentioned something like the golden lights at Caesar Palace, and this is a better fit for that vision.
Definitely, I like that.
But pretty much an autoplay. I don't think the timing on when you're on the Switch matters too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
Unless you want to save more of your coins in the middle there, I suppose you can let off the gas, but it's pretty much just an autoplay.
Gotcha. It's as if coin pusher stage in the arcade was on free play. You just put coins or tokens in there willy-nilly. Yeah.
Unless we want to have a humanity microtransaction DLC with coin pushers.
Right. Let's see, I want to see what happens when these people get pushed. Oh, all right, we got one. Second one.
It's kind of fun to watch on this because they kind of queue up in their stop areas, right? And then eventually, all at once, they kind of fall over.
That's cool.
Humans like to follow other humans out of things.
When one person bails out, they all bail out? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Actually, it doesn't look like they're really doing it right now. I think it's when they're going into the stop switch, maybe, or stop commands. But there we go. Lagging with that full Goldie blast.
That's right. 10 Goldie. That's great.
I feel like a lot of my stages end up having 10 Goldies just because I want that cathartic ending.
It's so much fun, right? What's in the story campaign? What's the max number of Goldie that we've seen in one stage? Is it just 3, or have there been more stages with more than that?
I feel like it probably is 3, right? That makes sense for the UI, throughout the story mode, and like because you need to unlock the final stage. I don't think there's really. I might be wrong. I don't think there's more than 3 in a stage that I can think of.
Yeah.
Even Goldie Mine is only 3.
I'm seeing an Acid Eye stage right here. Should we play this one?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Should. So it Binpo 2.
Is it a sequel?
Start stage. Level.
Oh, they just uploaded this. Okay.
Okay.
I like the simplicity, compactness of this currently.
Me too.
It's like pushable block puzzle.
Yeah.
What does? Oh, I guess you could push the block in the middle there. Or like under the start switch.
Yes.
Oh, it's a start switch stage. Okay.
Start switch stage.
That just clicked. Okay.
With 8 commands.
Huh. This is interesting. Okay.
This is tricky already.
I feel like you're going to have to push out that block towards the long side. And then eventually maybe you can like push it back to that switch, if that makes sense.
Like this?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense to me.
Is this the goal? Is the block that's invisible the goal?
I think so, yeah. So when you have both block switches enabled, the goal opens.
How are we going to get both block switches enabled?
So I think when you push that block out... oh, this is tricky.
Let's find out what happens when I push that block out. This already looks like it's going to be quite tricky, but I like the compactness of it already.
Yeah, I feel like it's still within reason to solve this, because it's like, with that compactness, you feel like there's only so many routes you can take, right? So it's not super intimidating, but it's still tricky.
Yeah.
Oh, it stops there. Interesting.
Stops there.
That's a cool idea. So you can use the wall to like queue, because you can still push the other direction from that wall. It's like a nice alternative to a tree or a thicket or something.
Yeah. I'm wondering what would happen if we did this, though.
The issue with that is...
Oh, shoot. No, we can't do that.
Can we? No. Thing is, you can't put a turn command in the center. So
can't put a turn command in the center, yeah.
That's what's difficult here. But even if you push that other block through, I'm not sure how...
Yeah, how would I get... Oh, I think I might have an idea.
Keep forgetting the tree and thickets. I like the stop wall, though. That's just a cool looking idea, too, aesthetically.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that. Or don't remember seeing that.
Trying to think.
Yeah.
Only 4 more commands left. Uh-oh.
I wonder what kind of goal it is.
Ooh. Yeah, if it's a numbered goal, I assume numbered. There's no Goldie. They'll push that to there.
Is there any way possible to have a block, that right block switch? How do you get a block there without... This is interesting. My I don't know if this was meant to be, but I guess if you push that block into the center, there's going to be a moment where both switches are active.
Not enough though to then be able to walk into the goal.
Right. That's the weird part.
I wonder if this block here is meant to be able to like split the people up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess if you did split.
I'm wondering what the best way to get that split happening is, though.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm overlooking it. Is there any way to... I kind of assume that we are supposed to push the block out that way for the stopper.
Yeah. No! This is too much of a brain teaser already.
I love it.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm just I'm not sure how to get a block onto that right switch from this angle. That's really what's brain busting me right now. Because like if you push through the center, you're just gonna like you can't have a command in the center to make them stop.
Yeah.
Unless
it really depends what this let's see if we can here. Let's see if we can even for a moment.
Right.
Oh shoot. I was going to see if we could get both of these activated for even just a moment.
Like, if you're
do that, I
pushing
guess.
it through.
Push, 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 push. Damn.
I think it might be easier if you just if you push that block through and then you could push it against that other block, if that makes sense. So
push this block through.
So the initial 3 commands we place, we should follow that direction.
Okay. And then where?
So you're gonna land into the stopper, right?
Yep.
So from there, I guess you can. I don't know. What keeps me here is that it's a small stage, right?
It is a small stage.
That's what I really like about it, because I feel like there's got to be an obvious solution here, but it's not.
What if I push some people over to this block?
Oh, that's cheesy, but it is an option. Zankoth, what do you think of this?
Push. All right. See. I guess then what do I do with those people? Probably a bit too esoteric. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to provide a hint, you're welcome to. If you had for your intended solution, whether it was the pushing of the humans or not. Yeah, that's something you can learn to safeguard in the future if you want
Around.
to disallow cheese. Like you could place glass walls or something.
A glass wall.
Yeah, or some other kind of thing that enables when the start switch starts.
Mm-hmm.
Like a limited goal would work here too. Or limited gate, excuse me.
Yeah. What do you think, Austin?
Yeah, this is something I feel like I would just have to do trial and error with, personally. And kind of like see... I feel like after I push around the blocks a bit, it'll probably map something out. I still don't understand how I would get to that... So that empty block, is that 2 switches or 1?
2. It needs both.
It does need both.
Both switches.
Do we want to check if it's just 1? I don't know if that can be revealed, but
yeah, we can check. I think we saw that when we pushed this one in.
Oh, okay. And it didn't turn it on.
It didn't. No.
I guess that'd be too easy if it did. Yeah.
1,
okay.
2.
Do they split here? They do kind of split there.
They do.
Yeah.
They do split. Yeah.
So maybe that was the intention?
Well,
because you could use that group.
Possible. You could use that group, yeah, but to do what? I guess you could stop them. Well, you could stop them in the middle. No, you can't, because you can't place a command there. In the middle.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to get to that. So even from this open position, right? How do we get a block back to that other switch? On the far right there, right?
Yeah.
We're definitely missing something. I'm gonna have an aha moment.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm stumped on this right now. You got me. It's like the Penn and Teller magic show. You stumped me or whatever. You fooled me.
Fooled us.
Yeah.
Or fool us is the name of that. Yeah. What if we have to use that block there? Oh shoot! Yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking we would have to use the block to push the other block somehow.
Yeah.
But even then, you could only... That's why I was like toying with the idea of... Because when you're pushing the blocks through together, there is going to be a moment where the switches are active, right?
Yeah, there is. Depending on the number of people that you need in the goal, you could... Well...
So
you could time it out.
I would try this. I would push into the block right now, from where the existing turn command is. So turn into that, yeah. Let's push that against the stopper. So
What stopper?
Yeah, so up, yep. And then push that in. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, that won't work, will it? Or no, it should work. Never mind.
I think we're getting closer.
We got some smile emotes. Yeah, let's drop that last turn command and see. I just want to see what the kind of goal it is, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what?
10. Oh.
Oh,
Also,
wait,
what happened?
is there a block in the middle now?
There's not. No.
Why is it not pushing?
It's because it can't get through here, I think.
Interesting.
The outside block can't get through there. I think I know what we have to do now.
I think we got it, right? That's why I was stumped. So I guess we
no.
just... Oh, you still have to push it. That's a tricky one, because that's what broke my head, because I'm just thinking that the block's going to keep pushing it through the middle, right?
Yeah, I thought so too.
Got
That's
one.
weird.
Is that enough? We might have enough.
It should be. Wow.
The other three went
That is
together.
weird.
I guess they're gonna
Oh
loop
no,
around,
is it
though.
gonna... Is it gonna... Alright, people pusher.
Push, push, push.
Come on, coin pusher, coin pusher.
This is the real coin pusher. There we go.
There
oh
we
my
go.
goodness, that is
Wow.
that's interesting.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I guess it kind of made use of. I almost want to call it a bug. Although this is a
I
very
would
bug-free
say
game,
that is
so.
that is not intended, I don't think.
Okay.
But very interesting.
No, that was
Very
cool. That's why it threw us for a loop, is because I like, how the heck are you gonna even have two on there? So
Yeah.
I can understand why we thought that, but it was very that's funny. I like that.
Yeah, it looks like you have another one in here, Cloud to Cloud from Acid Eye.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check through a couple more of these. Jump and jump. Overthink. Which I think a lot of people tend to do with humanity stages, myself included. Overthink it.
100%. Humanity chess.
Whoa,
It's a
interesting.
clickbait title for me.
That is.
A lot of
Round
cool
one,
stages right now.
prison break.
Mountain Stream looks nice. That looks like a massive
Mountain
stage.
Stream does look very cool, and I think one of this creator's stages is in, Aquarium is one of their other stages. Let's check out Mountain Stream.
Yamada.
A normal difficulty
Ooh,
stage.
that
Oh,
looks
this
awesome.
is a big stage. I like it, and I like the music used. This is good.
So, CJ, did you have any ideas for a massive stage, or have you? Do you think you've created any stages that would be considered massive?
No, I am much more of a compact designer.
Yeah,
When it
same.
comes to humanity stages, I have not made any sort of massive stage.
I think I might have, like, on earlier builds, stages that are lost to time. Rodent Purgatory might have considered massive, but
Yeah.
I have an idea. I want to create a. I was thinking Lethal Lava Land stage from Super Mario 64. I feel like that would kind of like play into humanity a little bit.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like that would be pretty big as well.
Do we want to hop into Stage Creator? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, we could. I think we're approaching time, but
We are approaching time.
yeah. And a massive stage. I did talk to you about this beforehand. I feel like it would take a while to do in Stage Creator. But to
Certainly to
Zankoth's point,
Give it justice.
yeah, to Zankoth's point, I would like to do some Stage Creator focus streams in the near future. We do have some guests lined up, so next Wednesday, I guess we'll announce it at some point, but we have a special guest next Wednesday. And then
and then we're guesting on a stream next Tuesday.
Yes, and that we
Too.
will want our community to show up. So you'll definitely, if you're in the Discord and have the humanity role, you'll definitely hear about it.
You'll hear about that, yeah. What's going on with this block? I feel like this has to go. Oh, actually, I don't know. Where? Oh, okay.
Oh, so then you can push the other block and then probably push that block off?
Can't, because there's trees.
I feel like maybe what's happening there?
I don't know. I feel like I didn't quite do that correctly.
I think if you push it from the tree side, I guess you could have pushed the switch further along, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. You're right. That's what I was supposed to do.
Either way, this stage looks
I'm already
awesome.
Really liking this one, though.
Yeah.
This is very cool. Let's see what's happening over here on this other side. A lot of good conveyor belts. We were just talking about conveyor belt usage in story mode.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like we got some good ones here. This level...
They're using a lot of different mechanics here. Even if it's just like cosmetic, like this conveyor belt isn't necessary. Well, I guess it speeds up the process, but...
yeah,
this is cool.
Very cool.
A lot of it. So kind of an autoplay in some parts. How do you get this middle?
Yeah, on this side, a little bit of an autoplay.
Another big goal.
Oh, and this is using a 3x3 that is not gonna fill up with one stream.
I feel like I mentioned not many people use the big goal, and then every stage we played today is using the 3x3. So apparently I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is a really cool stage, though. I like this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I don't think I'm going to finish it.
You may see that in a playlist near you at some point in the future.
I think quite possibly, yeah. So, yeah, after the stream, we're going to have a new Daily 5 up that currently this is yesterday's theme, which was machine stages. Machine-focused stages.
I need to revisit Impasse. I never did finish that. I tried for a while too. It has 16 favorites, so I feel like 16 people figured it out and I couldn't. So I'm like, oh man.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to play a stage to favorite it, though. You could be favoriting it to go back later.
Well, it's 32 out of 1,342, 2.38 percentage clear rate. That's pretty low.
That is low. Yeah.
I'll see if I can make it within the 2%.
Yeah, and to talk about difficulty for a second, we may have news coming up about the expert difficulty.
Yes, I'm very excited for that.
Is still missing in action at the moment, but we may have news on that soon. So we will keep people updated in Discord on that. And yeah, do we want to talk about the Discord Creator Workshop? Is massive stages for right now. That is stages that are huge in scope.
Sure. And I think Undead Slade's playlist right here is a great example of that. Cavern, these stages that are what you would consider large, I suppose. And also just like making use of the terrain. And yeah, this is like definitely a massive stage, right? It gives you that feeling of I don't know how to put it. It's not only just like using the entire space, but like fleshing out that space as well. I feel like leads into a good massive stage.
Indeed. Chasm is pretty good too with that. with like a crane up above.
Super cool.
It's very cool. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're up to the challenge of making a massive stage, hop into Discord, the Creator Workshop channel, where people are making large stages. And of course, if you've already submitted a stage that could be considered massive, you can now add the massive tag to it.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to give this challenge a go myself, because I personally haven't made a stage like this, so I'm going to try to give it a go. And like Zankoff mentioned, the decorating can be fun, and there's a lot of decorating in massive stages, so
that is true.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah. All right, is that where we should end it?
I think that
today?
should do it for today's Humanity Hub stream, CJ. So
Sounds
we'll
good.
take over, and we are here back in the wilderness. Thanks anybody that tuned in today. We will be back next week with a special stream. You'll hear more about that in the Discord, Twitter, etc. Or X, excuse me. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you next week and the weeks to come. We have some other guests lined up after that, so pretty excited for the next month of streams, if I'm going to be honest. So
definitely, yeah.
All right,
a lot of cool stuff planned.
Any other thoughts before we sign off?
No, just thank you everybody in the community for making stages, playing stages. If you're just joining us and you're new to Humanity, we're out on PlayStation, Steam. There's a demo on Steam. You can play it on Steam Deck and, get a feel for the stage creator in that demo as well. There's a limited stage creator that you can, try your hand at making something. You can't save in the demo, but you can at least get an idea of what to expect in the full version, and playable optionally in VR too.
Yeah, I'll drop the demo link here in chat. We do have a command for it, so do that real quick.
Yeah.
So
Demo is a nice way to kind of get a taste of the campaign. It's 10 levels, so kind of cherry picked out of the campaign, give you an idea of what you'll see in the full game.
Yes, and thank you for the follow. But also, yeah, I assume we have a lot of regulars here. Definitely share the demo as well with any friends that you're trying to bring into Humanity. It can be a bit of an intimidating game without trying it out, so it's a great way to introduce people. So with that, CJ, we are going to sign off, and thank you, everybody. See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.